have we seen?
You know, the way to solve this is, let's go to Ron Paul. Ron Paul has a new mission in life. And amen, amen, amen. It is to get, 20 or 25% of the population to be homeschooled. And you would not believe the response of the people on CNBC in this interview. Listen to this interview with Ron Paul.
I want people to be able to homeschool their children. Not everybody. This is designed to pick out the leaders who want to, and maybe 20% might be interested in doing this. But they would at least see these would be leaders who then would be talking about running for Congress and understand why the Federal Reserve is a problem. Today, we have been conditioned in all our schools that it's good to have a very robust foreign policy to be involved in all these countries. We've been taught that the Federal Reserve is sacred, except for the last 5 years, people are questioning the Federal Reserve. We have been taught that deficits are good.
Yeah, can you imagine the perplexing expressions on the faces of the people at MSNBC by now?
Oh, yeah, no,
they must have been.
Oh, yeah, no, they were.
And they were.
Every one of us has been taught that one of our greatest presidents was Woodrow Wilson. But if you're liberal or conservative, if you look at Woodrow Wilson, he violently abused our civil liberties. He was the one that told us that we had to march around the world. He was the one that changed our foreign policy. And I'd like to show that some of our presidents, the only great presidents have been the warmongers. And maybe the people who argued for negotiations might be a better president. So it'll be a different approach, but it'll be upfront. It'll be the freedom philosophy. It'll be based on individual freedom and not a collectivist approach.
And it's not a chance this is going to happen. No. Only because once this kind of thinking starts to take real root, and it already is, the federal government has got to shut homeschoolers down. They have to, because you will have too many free thinkers out there. You'll have people saying, wait a minute, no, that's not right.
Yeah, there's other problems with this, though, too, Glenn. And obviously, you're ignoring them.
I know.
You're ignoring
CNBC
them.
is about to get to them, and thank goodness they're there.
20% of children being homeschooled, that's going to mean a vast drop in the number of women in the workforce, because it is largely women who are doing the homeschooling. A lot of women can't afford to give up their jobs to homeschool their children. A lot of families can't afford that. And do we actually want to be encouraging women not to take part in the workforce, because we know how valuable that diversity is? I'm concerned about advocating homeschooling on this level when women are having such a hard time already staying in the workforce.
Okay, stop for just a second. Stop for just a second. I have to correct this. This is MSNBC, not CNBC. This is MSNBC. Only MSNBC could come up with something this ain't. So, excuse me, we would be hurting women because we would be encouraging them to stay at home with their kids.
Yeah.
To get out of the workplace because of the diversity in the workplace. That's more important than having mom at home teaching her own children.
Oh, diversity in the workplace is way more important than that.
It is?
Yeah. Way more important than our children. You think our children are more important than diversity in the workplace?
No, anybody can.
What a maroon.
Anybody can have, diversity. Only mom can really teach your kids.
Yeah. What a hater. What a hater you are. It's interesting because they act as if we live in this world where 100% of women work, and we'd have to pull 20% of them out to do this. Yeah. No, actually, more than 20% of women are already in this position.
Many
where
of them
they could
are
do
already at home.
Yeah. And you know what? What is wrong with Dad doing it, too?
Sure.
Nothing.
What's wrong with Dad staying at home and teaching?
Except that school would suck for the kids because they wouldn't learn anything. But outside of that...
I will tell you that I sat down at the kitchen table with my son for about 90 minutes last night, and we worked on a story that he was doing. And by the end of the 90 minutes, it wasn't necessarily the way Mom would be doing it.
Do all schools have 4 lunches, Daddy?
No, it wasn't that. It was more like, I'm going to help you edit this. Okay, here's what you do. It was not, not necessarily the patience that Mom has, but the diversity of mom being at the workplace.
So important.
So much more important.
So important. Oh,
created by what I'm trying to correct, because they have to be in the workforce and they have to work and not take care of kids because of the system that we have, because it's survival for them. So you are absolutely right. There is a choice.
Actually, Ron's wrong about that. They're not absolutely right. Like Stu said, there's many women already, more than 20% already at home and could do this. Do they want to? I don't know. That's up to them.
No, you have to want to do it.
You really do.
And
not everybody is equipped to do it.
Right.
And I get that fully. But it would be a good thing for your kids and for America. I mean, if having a parent, whether it's the man or the woman, one parent in the home, bringing up the kids would be a good thing. I don't know how we've lost sight of that. And it's more important for the women because they're more nurturing than men. It's just part of nature.
No, I've seen...
Can you not say that anymore, that women nurture better than men?
I saw my wife after 6 hours of sitting at the kitchen table, and she was bright and sunny, and I came home, and she's like, "Hi, sweetie, how are things? The kids and I are..." And she turned around, and she's like, "Come on now, come on, get back to work," and everything else. 90 minutes, I'm like, "Listen, kid."
I know.
So it's I don't know what you mean that women are more nurturing than men. I have no idea what you're even talking about. So anyway, there is yet, this has been an hour full of solutions for you. There is yet another solution. We should have Ron Paul. Has Ron Paul been on the show since... Was he on it? He was on at Fox.
It's been a while. They've been talking to because of these comments and this new program he's doing. We have scheduled him. I think coming up in a couple of weeks was his first availability for a full hour. Because I know you want to do a full hour with him on TV. Because this is really interesting stuff and important. I think so. That's I don't have exactly.
You just can't say it.
No.
I mean,
people think you're crazy.
He does say it, and they jump all over him immediately.
Well,
you're saying that women would have to come out of the workplace and be at home with children.
Ew.
What kind of thing is that, ick? I don't want women and children mingling at home. Ick. What kind of pervert are you?
Why can't we have a stranger raise the children?
Yeah, what's wrong with daycare, Ron?
What's wrong with a kindergarten class? We got 30 kids and one person. They're getting all they need.